consider it more of a symptom than an actual condition because it's caused by many different things, just like seizures are caused by many different ailments. But she's been labeled failure to thrive ever since she was born. Not many people understand failure to thrive. Basically, it just means that she is much too small for her age. A few of the things that she deals with is that she has something called gastroparesis, and that just means that her GI system moves very, very slowly, so her stomach doesn't empty as quickly as it should. She also doesn't crawl, she doesn't walk, she tries to say some words, but she isn't really verbal. It's a struggle sometimes taking her places because we have to carry her, we have to carry her bags. Since she doesn't eat on her own, she has a feeding tube, and she gets all of her nutrition through a feeding tube that goes in her stomach and then down into her intestines. Another challenge that we face is that a lot of times people don't really understand. So sometimes very well-meaning friends or family members may make comments that they intend to be helpful, but they're not really. We were faced with a different challenge than a lot of other preemies because of her other physical problems. And so she's not going to be, a 5'9", 5'8" child, adult when she grows up. She has challenges that are going to prevent her from developing the way a normal child. If some of the things that happened while she was in the NICU have contributed to her delays and the fact that she can't walk and crawl. When she was just 3 days old, she had a cardiac arrest. She arrested twice, and they weren't sure if they were going to be able to bring her back. So that means that we know that her brain did go without oxygen for a good amount of time, and whether that has had an impact on the way her physical abilities are now or not is uncertain. So there are a lot of challenges that we face because of things like that, or because her situation is different with her other physical problems like her gastroparesis. So while it's nice to see that these success stories had happy endings, and we know that she'll have a happy ending as well, it's not exactly the support that we needed at the time, because our child was very different from these other children. Another thing too is that a lot of times people think that failure to thrive isn't that big of a deal because it just means that your little one stays tiny longer, and that's cute. The problem is that when they're not consuming enough calories, enough food to help them grow, that means that their brain isn't growing and developing the way it should. So parents of children with failure to thrive and food aversions, they really stress over every little bit of food that did or didn't go into their bodies, and it's not just a matter of, they're just going to be able to eat and it's okay, she'll eat when she's ready. It was always, we have to make sure that she's getting this amount of calories, because if she doesn't get this exact amount of calories, at the very least, her brain's not going to develop. That being said, we've also had a lot of really great support from friends and family. When she was born, we spent 93 days in the NICU over at Shady Grove, and then last year she had 3 different hospitalizations down at Children's in DC. The first one was for about a week, then we had about a week and a half, and then the last one was for 5.5 weeks. During those times, we were staying there with her overnight. I was staying with her all day during the day, and then Joel was going off to work. So we had friends and family bringing us food, which was great, so that we didn't have to try and live off of the hospital's food, which we had to pay for. They don't give parents free food. And we also were brought things like clothes and any of the necessities that we needed so that we could stay with her and not worry about things, which was great. Another thing that was a great support, the last time that she was hospitalized, when it was for 5.5 weeks, I right before that had lost my job. So my income, we had no income from my job, which is a big deal for us. So we prayed and prayed about it, and thankfully we were able to benefit from a program that the hospital put us onto where they would pay for our mortgage for 1 month. And it was like, how do we pay for our car? And thankfully, some friends of ours were super generous, and they came by to see how we were doing, and they gave us a card. And it was more than one friend that did this. They gave us a monetary donation, and what they probably didn't realize is that what they gave us was exactly what we needed in order to pay for my car note and my car insurance. And so that was taken care of, and also our HOA fees. So we had exactly what we needed, and that made a huge difference. So I'd say what you can do to offer the most help to families like ours, or other families that have children with special needs that are different needs. Since you can't really put yourself in their situation because every situation is so different, the best thing that you can do is maybe when you find out what it is that they're dealing with, do research. Read up on the condition that their child has so that you can kind of get an idea of the things that they have to go through. I'd say the worst thing you can do is compare that person's child with another child. But just be there to offer some love and some listening ear, and that will make a huge difference. And then if the family is in the hospital, definitely offering to bring some food is a huge help. It made such a huge difference for coming by just to say hello. You know, when you're stuck in the hospital, you feel so disconnected from your friends, your family, even if you're calling or texting or using social media, because you know you can't really check your phone that much because you've got doctors and nurses coming in and out. So really paying them a visit if visitors are allowed is really, really encouraging. Also, it's very difficult for us to get any opportunity to go out just ourselves without Fiona. As much as we love her very much, we do need sometimes to just be able to spend time together without taking care of her. And the challenge is that we can't just leave her with anybody. It's not like you can just call up, anybody in the congregation or any of our friends and say, hey, can you watch her? We'll drop her off or whatever. So if you know a family like ours and their child has special needs, if you can learn enough about taking care of that child so that you can provide babysitting services every now and then, not every week or anything like that, but every now and then, maybe once a month, so that the parents can go out, because that's really important to maintain our relationship with each other while focusing so much of our time and attention on our child.